impressions on the Mike Vrabel hire and what happened today?
I mean, I'm not surprised. I don't think any of us are. We all knew it was coming. We all knew it could be by the end of the week or the beginning of this week. It was right in the middle. And the message he gave right there is as Belichickian as it gets. That was Bill's old mantra. You can't win till you stop losing. And that was try not to suck is what that is. Step one, try not to suck. So I think that's effectively what Vrabel, and look, I think it's the logical place to start. When you play like the Patriots did this year and you can't line up, you can't block, you have trouble covering except for one guy, you can't catch the ball, all of that, you start with the most basic things. So this is where they are. Now, am I happy that they have someone who has some experience and a standard and a clear vision of what the program should be and all of that? Yes, I am. Do I think it's perfect? No, I don't think anything's perfect, but I think they're in better shape now than they were a week ago.
Yeah, I mean, I talked myself into this. A few weeks back, I wanted Ben Johnson. I wanted one of these tight-pantsed offensive minds that have come in, that can work with the quarterback. But I don't think you can go a first-year head coach after your first-year head coach just failed and you fired Gerard Mayo. So Vrabel did it. Those first couple of years in Tennessee were really, really good. They needed a guy that's going to be a CEO type that can get buy-in, that can come build a program and tighten up the screws, and that's what Vrabel is. Now, can he develop talent? Can he help draft? How good of an in-game manager is he? I don't know. The in-game stuff, I guess I trust him more than I would Gerard Mayo. The other stuff, I don't really know. So my questions are, who's he going to be surrounded by? Because that, to me, feels like that could be uninspired. Like if it's going to be McDaniels coming back, feels like Elliott Wolf ain't going anywhere. Like there's some of this I don't like. But that it's Rabel, I'm into it.
So, yeah, it's hard not to like Rabel. And he's going to be very popular with the fans until the losing really kicks in because he presents very well. Good-looking guy, big figure. He's got he didn't really show it today, but he's got a very cocky, wise, assy sort of way about him. He loves taking on the media and poking at the media, which fans love. So he's going to play very well. Again, until they're 2-6, and then all bets are off. But, for the time being, he's going to be a very popular guy among fans. So I don't think that's really worth anything. I'm just telling you that's coming. Other than his hire, I'm not feeling anything yet. You mentioned Elliott Wolf. That's a big one. And until I know how he's allowed to staff his coaching staff, that's hard to feel like, here's what would make me feel good is if I knew that the Crafts reached deep into their pocket, outbid a couple of teams, cleared the decks for Vrabel internally, meaning giving him a good amount of control within the building with the allowances that he can surround himself with his personnel people, his coaches, and that the Crafts really sacrifice something. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Like, that's what I want to feel.
Yes.
I want to feel that the Crafts sacrifice something. Money, control, that they extended themselves. Any word on the money? Because we were futzing around with it late last week. What does Dakota have, Mavs? Anything?
Well, so he said that the number came in closer to the $15 million, but it includes incentives.
Oh, so
he know that's
the Patriots
shocking.
incentives.
So he got guarantees.
So he got Patriot guarantees.
He did.
All right.
So my guess is, if I'm just giving you my guess, the base salary is between 10 and 15, and they added some performance bonuses that would get it to 15. That'd be my guess.
Per game roster bonuses. So you see what I'm saying?
Yes, of course.
If they're just inserting Vrabel into their bullcrap because Vrabel just wants to be here for whatever reason, then I'm sorry. Like, I'm not that into it. If they've really sacrificed for him, then I feel better about it. But I don't know that thing. I last week when we came on, I was sure Elliott Wolf was just turning the lights on and off. And I'm not standing down from that until, why give up on a strong take until you're proven wrong?
Correct.
I just stick with it till you have to.
It's one of my credos.
Okay. Yeah. So
take bunker, I believe.
But the first week of it doesn't feel like it's going my way. So if you're just going to have all your same bullcrap.
What's the point?
And insert Mike in there. He's a better coach than Gerard Mayo, and it'll help. But we're still not really addressing the issue.
No, sacrifice is the right word. Did they make some sort of sacrifice? Did they take on some sort of risk?
You're a bad organization. And if you're just inserting him into your bad organization, everything else stays, then he's not going to make a difference.
Agreed.
You got to give up your crap.
Yep. You got to empower him.
So I don't know if they give up the crap. Although, starting with Elliott Wolf. So hopefully they reached into their pocket. Hopefully he's at least a top 10 coach. And there wasn't too much finger futzing with the roster bonuses and all this stuff, which we only half joke about. His performance bonuses. The Elliott Wolf question. So I did smell a rat today. I'm sorry. With the amount of times he mentioned the guy.
Correct.
Unprompted. So it's like it was right out of the chute. I think Dan Roach asked either the first or the second question after. And I'll just say real quick, but parenthetically, I was disappointed with the whole thing today. Like it just, Mike can be much more entertaining than that. Today was day one, sort of long-winded, generic day one presser stuff.
It was cookie cutter.
It kind of was.
What a bore.
Kind of a bore.
It was cookie cutter. It was about as standard as it gets.
I know he's going to give good presser. He's going to give you a good presser. It just wasn't today. But right out of the chute, I smelled a rat. So I think there was a second question from Dan Roach. Here's how it went. Go.
Hi, Mike.
Hey, buddy.
Welcome
Hi,
back.
buddy.
Thanks.
Oh, God.
Just a thought on everything that you've said, kind of wrapped in your career as a player here. You said this is a special place as a coach now. How would you describe what kind of players you want to wear a Patriot uniform to help you win as an organization?
Elliott's going to laugh. I'm going to say good ones. That's just an inside joke between him and I already just over the weekend and through the interview process. But, we're going to ask.
Okay, all right. When you heard that, it's like, oh, please.
Oh, yeah, already an inside joke between the two
Here
of
we
us.
go, you and your buddies with the inside. It's just a little inside with Elliott and I.
Yeah, no, we're having lunch when we're out of here. Did you know that?
So didn't you smell it? Wasn't that a little too obvious?
Yes.
Meaning, and here's what's obvious, folks. Here's what I'm trying to say. I still believe Mike, of course, Mike wants his own guy and wants personnel power. If not he himself, then his hand-chosen personnel guy, like any coach would want. Kraft wants to keep Elliott Wolf. And so Vrabel's playing nice. He's just playing nice. He's playing the game. I mean, that was a little too obvious. Right out of the chute, even being, me and Elliott, we were joking about this just the other day, weren't you? A little inside joke between me and Elliott. Did I mention Elliott? Me and Elliott? He wasn't even asked about Elliott. So it's like, that's laying it on a little too thick. The old man sitting right next to him.
Correct.
You know what Kraft wants to hear. You know what Kraft wants. So Mike's no dummy. He's going to play it. He'll play the game. The question is he just playing the game or did he accept it? Who knows? Beadle and Zoe were talking today about the Patriots once again dancing around Rooney Rule stuff because even though Elliott Wolf doesn't have a GM title, he has personnel duties or he has the final say on the roster, which is defined in the league office. You have to clearly designate who your personnel chief is. And that person, if that person is fired or you move on from that person, then when you put someone else into that role, you have to conduct a full Rooney Rule search. So you have to go through a whole process. So are they all dancing around that because they don't want to go through the Rooney Rule thing with the front office guy? Who knows? I don't know. All I know is if they've brought in Rabel to just take Elliott Wolf's players or have Elliott Wolf still be in that spot, and his contract was, heavily massaged as they like to do, and you're just inserting him into their bullcrap. I'm not all that excited. I need more of a takeover to really feel like they could dig out of this.
Yeah, they got to get out of the way. They got to get out of the way is the bottom line. So again, I sort of feel like the comments he made about Elliott Wolf are one of two things. Either Wolf is really staying and Vrabel's playing along, or Wolf's not staying and Vrabel's just saying the right thing on day one, and Ryan Cowden, is that how you pronounce it, or Cowden, is going to come in here and be his personnel guy, and they're going to blow him out.
I'd be disappointed in him if he accepted that.
Me too.
Because you had other options. Did you want the job that bad that you would come here and kowtow to ownership and be like, okay, I'll take it?
I mean, I think it is a good job, but
of course,
the more conditions they put on you, the less good it is. And the less of your chance for success is. Mike, I speak directly to Mike Vrabel. The people here don't know what they're doing. I know you think they might, or you remember a previous time, or whatever the case is, they don't know what they're doing. And some of them think they do, but they don't. And that's why they've been a really hellacious team going back before Gerard Mayo. And it starts with personnel. I mean, wouldn't we all agree the biggest – Mayo was a problem. He deserved to lose his job. But I always said the talent was first. Mm-hmm. It starts with the talent.
The roster's trash.
So what are we doing? You hand Vrabel these kind of players, it'll be a little better. It's not going to be that much better.
No, that's right. What's the point of having a Vrabel if you're not going to let him be Vrabel? The whole thing is the most appealing thing about Mike Vrabel to me is the sheer force of his personality. That's what it is. That's why he's a good leader. It's the sheer force of his personality. So you're not going to let him use that?
So they're futzing around today because they don't want to go through the Rooney Rule on the personnel head. Why not? Well, it's just a couple of weeks of your time and conversations with people around the league, some of whom you just might learn something from. Maybe you can create goodwill because I think they've hurt themselves with, probably minority coaches. Like any team that ditches a minority coach after 1 year, like that's sort of a red flag to the Fritz Pollard a lot. Like that lawsuit, like that's a big thing for minority coaches. Like we don't get the same leeway as white coaches do. So you fire a minority coach after 1 year, you're already, being looked at sideways by minority coaches. Then you have that sham interview. Why are you afraid to? What is the big deal about talking to some minority personnel heads? Like I don't get it. What are you trying to skirt? So don't tell me that's what it is. I think it's more Kraft just doesn't want to give Rabel the building. Which okay, I got it. It's got to be Elliott Wolf. So Elliott Wolf has the controls. That's stupid.
Well, they are paying him.
Okay, and then you just don't want to buy out another fleet of coaches. So I'm not fully satisfied. I like Rabel like the next guy. It's an upgrade. He's a legit guy. But the whole thing down there, I don't feel any better. I've been down on the whole thing, as you know, for 3-4 years. I just don't. I don't think they're on the right track. I don't trust their decisions. I don't trust where they're coming from. I don't trust their investment. And just doing this doesn't satisfy me. It doesn't. In a vacuum, nope, not it, not yet.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.